Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Welcome to Johnny Woodard presents Broken Simulation, starring Johnny Woodard in it.
Back in studio.
Guess what, guys? I know the response was pretty decent to the Zoom one, but Daddy don't want to do it.
Okay. Sorry. That camera did not like that. It went black.
The camera went black. Yeah. Is it back now?
It's back now.
It's back now. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, there are new kind of ghosts. Okay?
New kind of ghosts?
Yeah, all these like tweaker ghosts of tweakers past that passed away from drug addictions, they're haunting us and they're just effing with our electronics because they're probably selling it for ghost crack somewhere. I mean, I have electronics gone all the time. What are you doing with my cords and the copper in the cords? Oh, you're selling it for ghost crack. That's what you're doing.
That was a big story I saw this week, was that all around the country, there are street lights going out because of these crackheads are stealing all the wiring out of public utility spaces.
We used to be a decent country. And then we allowed people to think that people's feelings matter. And we will eventually The unfortunate thing, Johnny, is we will get to a place where we will get back to nobody gives a fuck about your feelings, but we'll go so hard the other way.
Wow, we're doing it right now, I would argue. Yeah, I mean, that's happening, right? I'm saying we're going so far the other way right now.
Well, I mean, like, listen, dude, I you know, I was talking about this the other day on another podcast, was just about like the homeless situation needs to change. And it's like, the only reason we're not is because, and I feel for these people because they're most likely from foster care and been shish kebabbed. But it's like, it's not doing anybody any good.
Or better, there are a lot of veterans that have been just the military just twisted their minds.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Anyway,
if you were emperor for a day, though, because it's not an easy answer. What would you do if you were given the budget of, let's say, the state of California to use at your discretion?
I would bring back mental facilities, and then I would make privatized sober living homes. Like, if you get busted for drugs, you have to go live in a rehab.
Non-violent stuff.
Non-violent shit. And it doesn't go on your record, but you can't get out until you piss clean long enough and it shows that you don't want to do drugs. I don't think you should get a felony for being busted with drugs.
No, I totally agree.
I do think that the fear of not going somewhere against your will, right? Is people have no fear of, they're just smoking meth in the middle of nowhere. That's got to go. What we've learned over the last like 4 years of enacting this progressive view of the world is that you have to have consequences for actions or else people won't care. And that's all I want to say on that. I want to move on because we got so much to talk about.
Okay. I think it really seems like, okay, so we've been chronicling Biden's descent.
Yes.
Yesterday, I think it was, he called Vladimir Zelensky Vladimir Putin. He called him Putin.
You know what Zelensky thought? I don't care, give me the money. That's all he thought.
Yeah,
I don't care, give me the money.
Sign that check, Bob.
Yes, give me the money, the Biden.
And then, so today, to kind of prove that he's got his wits about him, and that was just a blip, and the debate was just a blip. He had this big NATO press conference, which was supposed to be his opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah.
And dude, I watched this thing live, and right away, I'm talking about in the first 30 seconds of him taking questions from press about all this shit. This is what he says. Check this out.
Hey everybody, Johnny here. I'm editing this episode, about to put it out, and I realize that everything we talk about right now feels kind of unimportant, kind of small. That's because, of course, the former president, was nearly killed by an assassin's bullet last week. We recorded this episode right before that news came over. So, again, it's just, feels like we're not talking about the most important thing in the world right now. Maybe take it as an opportunity. I don't know. I don't want to tell you how to listen to your podcast, but take it as an opportunity to hear somebody talk about anything but that for, an hour or two. Yeah, just wanted to say that. I for anybody who might be like, why the hell aren't you guys talking about Trump? We recorded right before. Of course, we're going to talk about that next week, and I'm sure it will. We'll probably talk about it too much. So take this as your last chance to live in the pre-Trump assassination attempt world for a couple of hours. Thank you, as always, for listening. Thank you so much. Please leave a review, etc., whatever. I don't know. Even that feels kind of stupid to ask for right now. Thanks, guys.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president.
I mean, dude, he couldn't last 5 minutes without a huge gaffe, another gaffe.
This is abusive.
It feels like it, right?
It's abusive.
So I was watching the same broadcast. They're running this poll. All the bullshit news networks are running this poll that says Kamala Harris beats Trump by 2 points nationally.
Yeah, I just that's called fuzzy math and lying with numbers. Okay, there's no place that anybody believes that.
Well, they use this magic phrase called "among likely voters."
Yeah, that's people that among voters we like. That's what that should be called.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, totally. I mean, I just can't. And it's picking up steam that it's going to be her. You know, you're hearing. Bro, I saw today while they were on this broadcast saying, and the news all day pumped this press conference up as like Biden's big opportunity to prove himself. And then right before it went up, ABC, one of their reporters came up and said that, from what I understand, Democratic lawmakers already have press releases prepared no matter how this goes, even if it went amazingly well.
Yeah.
And really, they knew how it was going to go. That's the truth.
They all know it, Johnny.
Saying that he should resign. Pelosi is secretly behind the scenes now saying that he should resign. Did you see George Clooney, like we give a shit, wrote this big thing for the paper
nobody
about
cares.
how...
You got your dick sucked by Ghislaine Maxwell. Please shut up. Listen, nobody cares, dude. This is all. The only question is, does he make it to the end of his presidency? And I don't think so.
Well, now, you're the first person I've heard say that, and that, to me, is fascinating. It sounds like there are two camps. There are Democrats in one camp that say that they should make it Kamala, and, you know, Biden will step down as the candidate, continue through the end of his term, and then give his delegates to her, basically, is how that would work. Now, there's no official process for that, as I understand it. It would just have to be done that way. Party sort of, what would you say, elbowing. But there's this other group that thinks that they should just go to the convention and just slug it out, you know, like the old school conventions used to be.
Yeah.
Like there's a growing group in the Democratic Party that thinks they
Democrats
should do
would
that.
never let that happen.
I don't think so either.
They're constantly manipulating every single moment. Everything is contrived in theater. They would never let that happen. And
I agree.
Nope.
I think you're right, though. This idea about her maybe stepping in before the end of the term. Now, that's interesting.
Because there's a lot that happens there, right? Now you get to take the label of first female president of all time. The Democrats can have that. They're going to be able to run off that forever. We were the first one to have a woman as president. Yep. They'll run off that forever. That is demoralizing to everybody. You're going to have a woman who is a known town bike, okay, who's locked up more black people than anyone ever.
That's the best thing about her, as far as I'm concerned, the part about her being a town bike.
Yeah, I mean we all like chicks who sling, right?
Of course, that's
even though I'm going to go off on it a little later in this show, but okay, right.
I saw this. Speaking of demoralization, I saw that Trump now. There's some people thinking that it might actually be Kristi Noem because she started taking down some of her social media profiles. Maybe in preparation.
She's hot enough. I mean, like...
She's the one that did the dog thing.
Yeah,
I
know
think
that. But I'm not one of these people that like, oh my God. I mean, I was emotionally affected by a dragon dying on a show.
Yeah, me too.
I was emotionally upset and wrecked.
Great episode.
Like, that's how bad I was like, oh God. Right?
The last just to finish this politics thing and we'll move on with the show. I was watching Bill Maher the other night, dude, and Is
that the guy called retard to his face?
Yeah, you did. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I massive props to you. And he had Chris Matthews on And Chris Matthews kind of let slip this story that was clearly something he knew.
Chris Matthews does that, by the way.
Yeah,
he loves to give away secrets that he probably shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
Like remember, he's a big guy. Remember, he kind of talked about why everyone liked Trump and nobody liked.
Yeah.
And that was a big no at that time.
Yeah, and then he kind of revealed during the election that all of those people at that table were rooting for Biden to win. But
Obama also
to win.
he slipped that they were going to call the election even before.
That too.
Yeah, he called
Totally.
we're going to call California way before it's done.
Yeah, he was on Mar, and he's gotten older, so he's letting more stuff slip. And he told this story because Mar is a big proponent, as I think we are, of the idea that Al Franken should never have been forced to resign. It was bullshit. But here's what Matthews revealed, dude. Turns out Chuck Schumer was behind the scenes telling all of his staff, Franken staff and Franken, that if he didn't resign, none of them would ever work in Washington again. That all the Democratic Party would never give any of them jobs, any of his staff.
Yeah.
So Franken is loyal to us, and he's like, all right, fuck, man. So it was that piece of shit behind the scenes saying he'll destroy careers, livelihoods.
My home district, where I grew up, is that he is their representative.
What a piece of shit.
And the area is a piece of shit. You keep wanting these guys to stay in forever, so you your district has pull. He's done nothing for the area. They're all garbage. He's a garbage guy. Him and his man wife, okay, with her hunchy shoulders, all right. Him who has more of a manly wife, him or Henry Kissinger? You ever see Henry Kissinger?
Yeah,
that dude wants to kill 101 Dalmatians for sure. For sure, dude.
I wonder if she's still kicking.
Look at that, dude.
Here she is. Boy, that's Kissinger's wife. Look at those shoulders.
Look at that. How did they have sex? Could they have two more opposite builds?
She really
He's
does.
Short and fat.
Look at that.
And she just looks like she just wants to kill all the Disney princesses. Am I right? Look at that, dude.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yeah, for sure. With those man hands.
Oh,
that's the worst thing, man, about trans. You can try to look like a female in the face, but your hands are man.
Yeah.
You got
time.
man hands,
and your hair ages like a man's
dude. You don't want to have a wife that can palm a basketball. That's not good for you. That's not a good look.
It's emasculating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just. That's just their thing, dude. That is the darkness. You also get into the story that we're told, and who knows if it's real, right? Who knows if it's real? But the story is that we were told that Trump wanted to pardon all the guys that.
Yeah.
The guy who from the dark web, we've had his mom
Ross
on.
Ulbricht, yeah.
Julian Assange, which is crazy to me that the Democrats haven't played that up more. That is like a golden card for you.
You mean that they did release Assange?
On Biden's watch, that dude is free.
I don't think they want anybody to know that. Honestly, I think they buried that right around the debate on purpose.
Yeah, but I think that's dumb for them.
Away with it.
I think that's dumb for them.
Well, maybe in the short term, trying to win this election is dumb, but in the long term, where they don't want people thinking they can get away with giving away state secrets.
I get it.
Long game.
But and I think there was one other person he was gonna. But the whole thing was he was about to do it, and then Mitch McConnell goes, "If you do this, we will ensure you can never run again. We're gonna just hit you with 1 million lawsuits, they run you into the ground." And guess what? He didn't pardon him, and guess what happened? They did it anyways. If you believe in
which
WhatsApp.
that fits everything we know about those guys. So I mean,
they're all scumbags, dude. I would have done it. I would have been like, "F you. I'm pardoning all."
Maybe you will now. I hope so.
We'll see, dude. I think
we will see.
Johnny, so obviously I forget what show that you and I watched it on, but that which you and I have a real debate on the show that you say I lost.
What?
About Jennifer Gardner, and we had a story about Jennifer Garner's
Garner. Yeah.
Gardner, whatever.
Well, it's just a different name, but go ahead.
Okay, Johnny, I get it. Oh, look, Johnny, I'm a fucking a grammar Nazi.
Easy. That took you long enough. My God. You had a real Biden moment there.
Dude, I'm having more Biden moments. Okay, who knows how long this podcast game will go? I mean, my mind is becoming like a broken printer. Just just taking forever to print.
We got enough words. We can put you in an AI now and just.
I do. Please do. If you could make all my podcasts be ran by AI Sam, I'm out, bro. I am out.
It is a way of kind of cloning yourself.
Let me go to sleep.
What's the difference?
Let me sleep. Hold on.
What are you saying about Jennifer Garner?
Hold on. Dude, I'm podcasting. I'm doing Broken Sim. I'll call you back.
See you later.
Bye, buddy.
Who's that?
That's Giovanni, who got his black belt.
Vuk?
Yeah, he just got his black belt. How many years do you think it took him to get 8? Oh, I just gave it away. How many years do you think it took him?
8 years, I'm guessing.
8 years to get your black belt. Do you know how crazy that is? 8 years.
That makes sense, right? It's supposed to take a long time, right?
But 8 years is not a long time.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
right.
12,
I thought
15
you were saying
years
that was a
people
long
take
time.
to get their black belt. He got 8 years.
Dedication. Good for him.
So anyways,
Congratulations,
Johnny.
Giovanni.
Okay. I got a lot to go off on right now, okay?
Jennifer Garner?
Well, no, but the mask, the whole mask thing about her.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
So, anyways, so the other day I just started. I'm going really hard in the paint, Johnny. I'm working out a lot
On Twitter. Oh, and
just
exercise.
working,
Okay.
just working out, putting up numbers.
Me too.
What are you doing?
I told you I have a whole. I do dumbbells really hard 3 times a week.
I respect that, Johnny. So what I'm doing right now is jujitsu, Thai boxing, and weightlifting. I love it. You can't hit. You can't hit a moving target. That's me.
You can't hit a moving target?
No, just the whole point is if I keep moving, I won't stop to think about drugs, alcohol, and pornography. Okay, I just keep moving. That's the whole thing. You can't hit a moving target. That it's just a saying in recovery.
You're the moving target. In this case. I got it. Okay.
Yes. Meaning, if I stop for a second, the demons come dancing,
Like the shark thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to go Thai boxing. I love Thai boxing.
Is that just with heavy bags, or are you actually with other people?
No,
I
go to get a private.
And you spar with the guy, or is it just with gloves
he
and
spars,
mitts
and he
really?
he's really not. But
Does that hurt?
well, no, because we're like he's not trying to tee off on me.
Right, but even I mean, I've just been hit like lightly by those guys.
No, it doesn't. I mean, like he's not tee. I'm sure if he really wanted to tee off, he could jack my legs up.
Okay.
We're doing it. But my biggest thing right now in all my stuff, because I'm doing boxing, we're gonna start doing some sparring. I don't want to go super. I just want to go hard enough that I don't flinch. Like that's the big thing. And that's a big reason why I don't do Krav Maga right now anymore. It's because we're just not sparring enough. I was just like, we're rolling. Let's learn how to roll. I don't give a shit about rolling. I just want to know, like, if someone comes. Now, I will tell you what I love about Krav Maga is their blocking. Like, dude, bang, bro. Because, like, watch street fights. This is how everybody fights now.
Yeah, it's all like George Foreman stuff.
You hit him this, bang. You hit him with one of these hard out. Dude, it hurts. It hurts.
Okay, so if you're listening at home, Sam's kind of doing almost like a karate chop here, but
bang.
horizontally from his
bang.
face.
It's bang.
But what are you targeting with that? When you
right in here.
No, on them.
Right in here. You're targeting right in here. So when they're coming like
we got the
this,
camera on
you're just going bang, and you're just bang, and it hurts, bro.
So you're hitting kind of the inside of their forearm with the hardest part of your
hand.
hand.
Bang,
right?
it will hurt their fucking arms. They do it enough, you're fucked. Bang. Yes. I'm telling you, even because when you go light in class and someone blocks you like that, it hurts. It hurts.
I bet so.
So anyways, I'm going to Thai boxing class, right? I'm driving, okay? I stop at a stop sign, and then suddenly I get, boop, I get rear-ended slightly.
Little bumper check.
A little bumper check, okay? I get out, I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to be late. I don't need this. I just hope it wasn't that bad. It wasn't a hard enough hit. It was enough to make me go, huh, what? So I get out. I come out. Getting out of her car, which is like a older Honda.
It was a woman?
It's a green-haired woman with a mask on.
I can't believe it.
So I go, oh, God, I just got hit by a mask retard. Okay? All right? I literally, that's the first thing I thought. It's like, you're driving. That's kind of like driving impaired in my opinion, right? So I get out. I go, there's nothing on my bumper. Nothing on my bumper. Now, don't get me wrong, Johnny. It would be great to get hit so I could sue to make some money. It would be really great. But I'm not, after I'm having problems with, let's say, litigation, I don't even want to do it. Like, there's some people out there I could be what's it called? Litigating
Litigious,
again. Litigious again. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it.
What were they driving?
They were driving like an older Honda.
Okay, older.
So I pull up, and she's like, and she has like kind of a bigger sweater on. And it's hot out. So she's got a mask, and she's got a thick sweater on. She got green hair. She's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She goes, do you want to exchange information? I look at the bumper. There's nothing there. And I just would rather get to my Thai boxing class. She goes, oh, my God, do you want to exchange information? I go, no. But could you do me a favor? She goes, yes, anything. I go, take the fucking mask off. Take the mask off, okay? You're not helping. You just bumped in my car. She goes, what? I go, take the mask off. We won't do anything if you just promise me you'll take the mask off. I go, if not, give me your insurance. She goes, take that. I go, take. So she takes the mask off. I go, we're good. We get in a car. She goes, I go. That's how it went.
Yeah. There you go. Saving one person at a time, Sam Tripoli.
One person at a time. You hit my car with a mask on. Take the mask off. You're driving by yourself. What are you doing?
It's oxygen deprivation, probably. That's
so
Johnny,
I am literally thinking about suing either the city of Tarzana or LA or somebody. Okay, I just told you I didn't want to do legit. This is one of the legit legal cases I might be able. So Dana comes to me today and goes, bro.
She calls you bro.
But she's like, Sam, I need to talk to you. I go, what? She goes, do you know what our insurance now is?
What insurance? Sorry.
Our car insurance is. She goes, 3 years ago, it was like $3,000 a year. That's still a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Then a year ago, it went to $7,000. This is for the both of us.
Yeah, and you both have always driven relatively new Mitsubishis, late model Mitsubishis.
Yes,
always.
Yes. Well, new, not late models.
No, late means recent.
Okay. I thought late models means from a while ago, but okay.
Late models.
Now
that'd be early model.
It's up to $11,000 for the two of us for the year.
$11,000?
$11,000. And
how many points do you have?
I have 2.
Oh, that's not okay.
I have 2, but Johnny, here's the thing. Most of these are off. First of all, I got in a weird accident that was just the weirdest timing possible. It was the weirdest timing. I was on the side because my kids were crying. This guy got in I told you about this. This guy got in the middle, and we both kind of left at the exact same time. He didn't hit the brakes to enter. He just went. Okay?
Just a freak thing.
Okay, it was a freak accident. The other ones, Johnny, are straight up robo cameras that I didn't go through, that I saw flash, and I go, oh, that's not good.
Oh, like running a light. I got you.
Right?
Wait, but you said you have 2 points, and you're just describing, you said the others
Well, because I have one that's a light one. The other one is the hitting.
Yeah.
And then the third one is what I'm fighting right now.
3 points.
No, I don't have the points yet. I'm fighting them.
Okay. Good luck to that. But
I've
$11,000. Oh my God!
I've beaten traffic cameras before.
I know you have a good record, Sam Tripoli's traffic.
I'll do it because I don't go through. Every time you get to it, you look around. Is there no rights on reds? Are there that? Nope. Okay, right on red. Let's go. But if there's a no right on red, I follow that shit.
Because is that what they got you on, a right on red?
That's it. Really? Every time.
Because I run those all the time. I don't
yeah, dude, you gotta watch that shit.
I didn't know they had cameras on right on red. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, in the valley, they do it all the time. Oh, and this is what sucks about LA is like, yeah, you have the county of LA, but each city has its own dumb rule. Yeah. So like West Hollywood technically still has cameras. Like,
yeah, I get alerts from Waze all the time, like a traffic camera reported ahead.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. 11,000.
They should have to catch you in person to give you a
and
point.
Dude, like you should be paying that much if you haven't like destroyed a vehicle, right? Or driven drunk. If you just rolled through a stop sign, it's so stupid. What else is going on? Johnny, it's been a while since we've been in here.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's been a while.
We took a week off for the 4th.
Yeah. We took a week off, and then we did
a Zoomer.
I don't like doing my stories over Zoom.
Yeah, it's hard to get the timing right.
I like to do it in studio with you. So this goes into driving, okay? So I went to play the Jersey. I went to go play my club in Jersey with Eddie.
I saw your sketch. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see it? How cool are
yes,
those?
It's cool. Yeah.
Right? It's going to be so great. I know we're going to have some Asians.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. Although those are beautiful, that art.
Samurai stuff?
Yeah, I'm talking about the sketch you did on
with
Instagram.
my amazing acting.
Yeah.
First of all, how hunched am I at the beginning? I'm like, why am I so hunched over? God, I'm hunchy, dude. That's why I'm going to like work out with a trainer.
You're gonna be shaped like the letter L in your elderly
100%, bro. 100%. So I go from Morris Plains, where I'm performing, to see my friend Anand and his new baby. Anand owns Om Life, which is a float tank place. It's like a really cool place. He's got all the latest in the,
I want to do a float tank.
Oh, dude, you should come out one time with me to Jersey when we do New York.
Tank,
so not to get off too base, but Andrew Schultz went on Legion Skanks. It's like, it's time to bring Skankfest back to New York. And I totally agree. I loved all the Skankfest. I'll do it every year. I love it. I love the fans there. But the best ones have been in New York because it's more podcast heavy than it is stand-up heavy. And because like it's hard to be like, I gotta do like 10 different sets of material, right? So anyways, but the reason I brought that up is because I would love to have you come out one time to New York with me and check out Om Life, which
I
is
would love to do that. I've been wanting to do a float tank for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jersey City. So, like my schedule's super slammed, but I really wanted to go see Anand. I want to see him and his wife. They had a new baby. It's beautiful.
Now, is this a friend from childhood or what?
No, this is a friend I've met through playing the dojo of comedy for so many years. Okay. And they're just like great guys that run it. So I go down there. I get there. I do a float tank, which felt great. I had to do it for a half an hour, and then there's this new. Let me see if I could tell you the technology. Hold on.
Is that hard for you? A half hour of just
no,
quiet?
I love it. I wish I could have gone an hour, but I just didn't have the time. So the technology is called. Hold on. The technology is called Energy Enhanced System. Okay, and it's this new thing that works on vibrations, right?
Oh, I remember you talking about that. Okay.
So they say it's really good with autistic children. It helps them a lot. So there's some in New York. In LA. I want to take them to.
Is it energy enhancement system?
Yeah.
Would that be it?
Yeah. What'd I say?
You said energy enhanced system.
Okay, enhancement system. Yeah. Anyways,
can you tell me? Is it this? Yeah. I'm just gonna show you.
It's basically along that. Yes.
Like
yes.
that right
yes.
there.
Yes. Okay. Bro, if we were banging money, we would have one of those in our studio. If we were banging,
I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. It's kind of like what you were saying, something about it being like Atari graphics or something on like a stack of displays. And then,
but it's vibrational waves,
and those are speakers that sound comes out of.
Yeah, well, those are I don't know why those specifically are there. Because it's light, it's very. You'd have to get into how it works, but
I'd love to know. Yeah,
like, dude, like he's had people sleep there overnight.
With that going on,
yeah,
the whole time?
with that going on,
and
it's supposed to do like repair your body.
Does this look like the setup? I'm going to describe it.
100%.
Okay, so what we're looking at here, if you're listening, is it looks like someone almost in like one of those fancy theater seats that reclines, and they have their eyes closed, and then they're surrounded, I assume, on multiple sides by a stack of speakers.
Yes.
With light bright kind of graphics on them.
For those who are older, it's like when you would go to a hotel and the porn station doesn't come in, but you can still see the wavy lines of it.
That's exactly what
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So
totally right.
The whole point of that is I go there, I meet with them. It's great. I really love going over there and hanging out with the boys. So going home, Johnny, I don't know, going from Jersey City into Jersey to go to Morris Plains is the craziest drive you'll ever do if you aren't from there, okay? I do not know how before GPS anybody got from one place to the other without giving up, because the GPS gave up.
What?
It's literally like go to the 30, to the 5, to the 4, to the 5, but it's like quick turns like that.
Oh, no,
and basically the GPS would be like, turn here. And I'm like, there's 3 places. Like, he's like, the GPS be like, pick one and I'll recalculate. Literally did it over and over again. Like over and over again. I was driving for 30 minutes and my drive home was at 40 minutes for 30 minutes.
That's
because
so
I just kept, it would just, this is what happens off Jersey. You take a turn and then it just spider webs into like 4 different off ramps, and you're supposed to pick which one you think is going to work best. And you're like, hope and pray.
Because you don't know where you're going.
You don't know where you're going. You're just following the little thing. But then it's really good when there's 1 turn off, but when there's 4 turn offs, it doesn't know where it's going.
Well, it's just another example of how reliant on technology we've become, right? Because you used to know that. Like,
but dude, if you're not from there, you don't know where you're going.
But it used to be we would read the signs, and be like, oh, okay, that's the city I'm looking for. So
and you would call somebody.
Or that, yeah.
And then you would call somewhere. Let's say if I was going to Anand's, but I didn't know him, and this is in the 80s. I would call his place and ask somebody to give me directions.
Yeah.
And so someone would answer, and you just trusted that they were giving you the directions.
Yeah, you just hoped that they weren't a total idiot with directions,
which
too, right?
Which one time happened to me. Did I ever tell you the National Lampoon story, Johnny? Have I told that story on this show?
I don't think so.
It's hilarious. So meet Butch Bradley, who's a funny comic out of Vegas right now. He's got his own. He's for like I think like 8 years now had his own show at a comedy club in Vegas called the LA Comedy Club.
Great name for comedy.
They're
Butch
great.
Bradley.
They're great. Butch Bradley's great. Super funny, fast, killer. And he's got a great club out there. He's got a great gig out there. And we were doing National Lampoon's summer break. We were doing like a series for them. This was kind of like early in the MySpace.
Is that radio? Is that what that is?
No, it was they were gonna shoot it and edit it and put it out
online.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is way long ago, dude. Like at the beginning of like content creating on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a Wild West.
But we didn't know how good we had it. We just didn't know how good it was and how if we would have just kept on it. Like Johnny, I was one of the first people, me, Keith Healy, and Mark Hatchell, my friends from Las Vegas. We were doing multimedia live shows with sketches, like when the internet was just going, and we didn't even know where to put them. Like we were.
If you took your brain and just put it back in your body from the night,
if I had this right now, I would crush. Like YouTube, I was crushing it, dude. I look at what YouTube allows right now, and like what I did when they took down my fucking first YouTube channel. I was getting hundreds of thousands of views way back then, and they're like, "Nope."
Crazy.
I'm like, "What?" It's like they had some time machine. They knew who I was before. They're like, "Oh no, we know where you're going. You're not going to get any kind of love, even though you're not doing that stuff yet." So, anyways, we did this thing, and they were like, "Okay, what do you guys want to do?" I go, "We should bring spring break to somewhere that doesn't celebrate spring break."
That's a good idea.
Okay, they're like, "Let's go to an old home, a senior citizens home, and bring them spring break."
Okay.
Right?
That's really funny. Yeah, that's a great premise. Yeah.
So we're like, look up a senior citizen home. We look it up in the yellow pages, right? We had to go find
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in Florida. In this, I forgot what city it was, but it was in Florida.
Okay.
So we go to yellow page. We look it up. Bang. We call them. Hey man, we're National Lampoon. So in answers, we're National Lampoon. We want to shoot something where we bring spring break to the senior citizens there. They're like, great. They're like, could you give us directions? The guy's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We take the directions. We end up in the middle of nowhere. I mean, and we're running out of gas, dude.
In Florida.
There's no gas. We're running out, okay? We drive forever like, dude, we may have to eat each other. We may have to eat each other to survive, okay? So we
You flew there for this?
We
to do
flew.
this?
Yeah, it was paid.
So you're in like a rental car. So
yeah, there was this woman Randy who's a comedy manager. She hired us, and we were out there crushing it, and it was a lot of fun. Right?
Are you meeting a crew at this destination?
No,
Are
they flew
with
out
you?
everything. Like, dude, it was National Lampoon.
No, what I'm saying is, like, who's shooting it and where are they now while you're driving trying to get there?
In the car. We're in a giant
you're
van.
all in the van.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
We're all driving around trying to find this place.
Oh, no.
Right? So this is a true story, Johnny, and you might know based on this story. We pull in. We find a gas station finally, and we get enough gas. But we have no clue where we're going. We've called them up. They're like, yeah, that's it. Those are the directions. No clue. Now, we're deep into Florida. I mean, we're talking, and I look around, and there's Florida man sitting right there. The most redneck dude you've ever seen in your life. Like, straight up. Like, you remember Squidbillies? If Squidbillies, look up Squidbillies, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If Squidbillies were people, this is what the guy would look like.
All right. He's probably a good candidate to give you directions.
Right?
Honestly.
That guy right there with the hat. That's the vibe of the guy at the gas station. Right? What is that Squidbilly's name? Does it say?
Let's see. No, it doesn't. Let me just click on here. Early Coiler.
Ooh, yeah. So early, which is early, okay, is at the gas station with the most beat up pickup you've ever seen. So I'm like, I'll go ask this guy for directions. I go, hey, man. Hey, can I ask you a question? We're a little lost. He goes, I don't know you, man. I go, have you heard this story?
No. I'm just saying that sounds that tracks. Yeah.
He goes. So I walk up to him. I'm like, hey, man, I could use some help. I need directions. He's like, I don't know you, man. I go, I know, but I'm lost. He goes, I don't care, man. I don't know you. Okay. And hand to God, Johnny, I go, I have to connect to this guy. I go, listen, dude. We're with the NRA, okay? I'm not lying to you, Johnny. I literally say to this guy, we're with the NRA and we're bringing spring break to gun owners and we need to find this place. And he goes, oh, man, okay. I go, hand to God. I'm not making any of this up.
You did the perfect thing.
I'll go, man, yeah. He goes, oh, you're looking for that place? That place is down here. And he gives us the directions. Well, we go there. We get there. It's a senior citizen home for the mentally ill. It is basically an insane asylum.
Oh, boy.
And they were just letting the patients grab the phone and give us directions.
That's so funny.
That is, yeah. So a mental patient was our GPS in Florida.
So you just called one flew over the cuckoo's nest, basically.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on down here, man. You just take a left at the stop sign and
100%.
Do a 360 in that cornfield, and then you'll end up
100%.
within 5 miles of the.
It's so
Wait, so what did you film anything? What happened?
Yeah, we filmed it all. I don't know where it is though.
At that place?
Yeah, I filmed.
Do you remember it going well? Did it go well?
I look back and I was just too wild for the old people, and they were loving it, but I felt bad because I'm like, oh, that's somebody's grandma. Like, I was just too crazy. I was doing dick jokes to old people.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's somebody's grandma. I would lose my mind if somebody did that.
That's a great premise. Well, what I found, dude, old people, they want to have just as much fun as everybody else.
Especially Florida old people.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, we're just drinking moonshine and banging the coloreds, right? Back in the day.
I mean, it's at the point now, though, where it's a generation that did acid. You know what I mean? I mean, that's getting to be old now. And that... we know they want to have
fun.
Yeah.
Johnny, did I tell you recently I almost died?
You've told me many times you almost died, but what's the latest time you almost died?
I took a Zen. Is that what these things are called? A Zen? A Zine? A Zen?
Yeah, Zen. Yeah.
I took a Zen. I think it's the 6, whatever. There's some measurement of 6 and 3. I took the 6.
So here's the text I get from Sam the other night. I asked Sam, did you publish the audio I'm talking about for Tinfoil Hat? He writes me back, not yet. Got sick and almost died from a Zen.
Dude, so the guys on Conspiracy Social, they just pop Zins the whole time.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
And I'm like, what is that? They're like, a Zin? I go,
I think
is
Rogan
it fun?
does too, yeah.
Is it fun? I go, they go, yeah, it's great. You should
It's like
try
nicotine, right?
Yeah. So I just thought it was like a Skull Bandit or something like that, right? I'm like, Skull Bandit, dude, that seems like fun, right? They're like, you want one? I go, I never tried it. You sure? I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So Dylan has the really powerful one, and Ryan has the pussy one. But for some reason,
Off the grid?
No, this is a different Ryan who runs the board.
Oh, okay.
Ryan, they decide to give me the strong one. They're like, just put it in your mouth. I'm like, okay. So I just put it in my mouth. I'm like, I don't feel anything. I take my pictures, and then I'm walking out, and dude, I start to get wobbly, bro. And I'm like, this is not, dude, I feel I relapsed. That's a true story. I was like, dude, is this a relapse? I'm like walking on my car, I'm miming on my car. As I'm trying, I'm like trying to read Braille on my car. That's
it's a mushroom trip from a movie, where things turn into cartoons and you're just trying to find your way to your car.
100%. So get my car, and dude, I'm driving like this. I'm like, focus on the road, focus on the road, focus on the road, and then my stomach starts going. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. I thought this.
Did you take it out at this point, or is it still in there?
Well, dude, eventually I'm driving like, get that fucking Satan's nutsack out of my mouth. This fucking devil juice is killing me, dude. I threw it out, dude. And I'm like, and it was like too late.
Did you throw up?
So I'm like, dude, Johnny, I had to focus. I felt like, oh, dude, I could get pulled over for drunk driving and pass.
From fucking nicotine.
I'm not even lying to you, Johnny. I thought I could get a DUI, but I thought they would test me and be like, "Oh, dude, he's not drinking at all." That's
crazy.
That's how fucked up I am, dude. So I pull over and I'm just like, "Do not throw up today. Do not throw up today." I'm like, and so I have to feel like I throw up. Suddenly, I gotta take the worst shit I've ever taken. I had to take in my life, and. So for some reason this day, the 101 is the slowest it's ever been. No. It is a parking lot. I'm holding up, throw up, and dropping deuces, trying to fight to stay on the road, focusing on the road.
It's the worst.
Dude, I walk in, I get home. It's like, it felt like a 30-minute drive. It's only 50 minutes. Felt like a 30-minute drive home. I get home, I park, I just walk right past it, and she's like, hello. I'm like, I just walk right by her. Dude, I took a shit, and then I went and laid down, and I was knocked out for 3 hours.
What is in that shit, dude? Let me look it up. Hold on.
Dude, and I called them out. I go, you motherfuckers. Do you guys know I almost died?
Did they used to smoke? They must be smokers or something like that.
I don't think they smoke. They're just popping Zins, and these Zins get you high.
Yeah, nicotine, dude, is like people forget it's a drug.
But if you're an alcoholic drug addict, it's a giant fine print cheat that you can get away with and still feel high without breaking your sobriety. That's exactly why, dude. Now my friend Romanelli tells me the first time he did, he popped 4 of them.
What the fuck?
4 6s.
And he's like nicotine naive,
dude. He's like me, dude.
No, I mean he hadn't taken nicotine before.
No, I think he used to do the old bad, but for some reason, and it hit him hard.
Because you can get a tolerance to it if you take a. Oh, why would he do 4? Dude?
Oh, because he's a fucking crazy person.
Well, you hear that story. Like I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa told me that one time he stole the chewing tobacco from his dad.
Yeah.
And tried it a little bit,
Yeah.
And his dad's punishment was to make him try, like even more of it. And then he just vomited for hours. That's how they used to teach you lessons.
Yeah, that's how they used to do it, Johnny. Yeah. That's how they used to do it. And it's like I kind of was getting into this. It's just like, it's like the way, like, I have this whole rant. Just remember, I want to tell you my story about the patriarchy. Just will you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I felt like I relapsed. I didn't, but I felt like I had. I was like, okay.
Yeah, because people in the program
they pop
live on
Zins
nicotine,
all day.
right?
Yeah. You could you can't OD on caffeine. Okay. So anyways, I get a call or a text from a comic named Jay Davis.
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
Jay Davis like, Sam, will you come to my weed show? I'm like, okay. I normally don't do weed shows because I always get told I bring Coke energy to a pop party. That's why I always get told constantly, right? But, I like Jay Davis. I enjoy doing his shows. They're always fun. There's always pretty chicks. So, okay, nice. I'll go. So he calls me up and he's like, free parking on the street, which means there's no parking. Where is there free parking anywhere in LA except for Cracktown downtown?
Nowhere.
It is drive around, hope and pray, maybe park illegally, and pray that the parking gods don't come and fuck you up with a ticket.
Especially during the day.
Right? So I'm driving. Now, this is an area that I used to do speed all the time. And this is where the famous trans story comes from. But
Jay
anyway,
Davis was on Tourgasm, right? Is that?
Yeah. That was crazy.
I really like that.
That was a crazy thing.
I used to watch that all the time.
Dude, it's like regardless of what everybody thinks of Dane Cook, one, he's trying to change. He's a different guy, and you root for people like comebacks. Like I do.
Dude, that Tourgasm was inspirational to me when I
but
was like
it's so funny because like Gary Goldman, and Robert Kelly are assassins, dude. Like he brought
I had no idea how tall Gary Goldman is.
Dude, did I ever tell you the time Gary Goldman almost beat the shit out of me?
No.
I mean, he did, but I was like, oh, I'm fucked. I'm dead.
About what?
So there was a time where me and Dane Cook weren't getting along.
Yeah.
And it was like a war.
I'm sure he's had that.
Oh my God, people. Sam Tripoli in a war with people. Old Tripoli getting in wars. Because I just didn't put up with people's shit, and little did I know I'm not playing the game at all. Well, I should just all let it go. I just don't care anymore. I'm just a dead body at this point. I'm just fucking burnt wood. I just don't care anymore. I'm so it's such an amazing place to be in surrender and acceptance. Acceptance and surrender and acceptance, whichever order you want that in. So I wasn't getting along with Dane. There were things happening that I don't want to get into right now because I just don't want to bring up old bullshit. But it was a bad time. Okay. We weren't getting along. Dane was at the height of his power, but he was also a little crazy at the time. I'm crazy. I'm crazier probably than I am now, but probably crazier back then. And Gary was a part of Dane's posse. So we're doing the belly room, and I do a joke, and Gary goes out loud, oh, that's really funny. But I thought he was Dane's guy, so I thought he was mocking me. So we start going back and forth. And Gary...
During your set, he's saying that? While you're on stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, that's a funny joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
Is he in the back, though? And
he's in the back. Okay. But at the time, I was like, oh, this guy's fucking with me.
Yeah, that's your brain, right?
Right? Because, dude, I'm my dad's son. Back then,
you're always looking for signs of disrespect. Your brain is like a computer,
but Johnny,
designed
I'm not the
to find
guy.
Those patterns. No, but I used to be. No, and I will grant you that. But when I first started knowing you, even then, it was like your brain was. You know how they say people are evolved to see faces and things because it's a pattern they look for. You look for the pattern of disrespect in other people's behavior. Yeah,
100%.
All the time.
Back then, I did. Now I realize that other people's opinions of me is none of my business, and that most likely they're not even thinking about me. They're just white knuckling their life, and if anything, it's a drive by. I just caught a drive by.
You gotta let it go.
Gotta let go. Let it go, dude. At the end of my goals, at the end of every goal, let it go.
That's what John Lennon said. You gotta let it go.
I do, and it's made me a lot happier and okay because the ups and downs of life. You're gonna go back up again. You just can't get lost in this. Because this is coming.
Yeah, it's not forever. You just
got to ride it, dude. So anyway, so he yells at me. We're going back and forth. I get off stage. I walk down stage. He chases me down. Because he's,
Are you going down the stairs? Is that
going down the stairs? I turn the stairs. Gary Goldman gets me up against the wall. And I realize how big this dude is.
Huge. Yeah.
And I'm like, he's going to fuck me up. He goes, what's your fucking problem, bro? I go, I don't know, dude. Dane doesn't like me. You're part of his crew. I thought you were just giving me shit. He goes, oh, okay. And we just had this moment.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh. And then we've always been cool ever since.
So just misunderstanding.
Well, yeah. And he realized it was me. And I said I was sorry. Even back then, I would apologize. I would have my emotional explosion. And then I would apologize. Yeah. Right?
That's cool though.
Yeah. So that I don't know where that went.
Well, no, we were just talking about how he's tall, and then Gary Goldman was
Well, that
part
goes off of
Dane's
Tourgasm,
crew,
which brings me back
Tourgasm,
to the Jay Davis
back to
thing,
Jay
right?
Davis.
And
it's like nesting dolls.
yeah, well, dude, and I've had my things with Jay Davis before, you know. And now we're just old dogs, right? And we're just like, cool. I just want to be friends with everybody.
Well, they were kind of shitty to him on that tour.
Yeah, it was very weird, but you know, everybody is on their journey, dude. So he calls me up. He's like, "Do this weed show." So I put in the coordinates, and it's over here on La Brea. And I have to park near the McDonald's that I always talk about has the race riots all the time because the vanilla ice cream machine's down and the giant black trans aren't happy.
Like up by Ralph's? Is that where that
it's
McDonald's?
like just a little down from
Yeah,
Ralph's,
I know exactly what you're talking
right? And it's always a black trans ready to fuck up some.
That's a nightmare for parking, by the way. That area.
That whole area is because everyone lives around there. They're building up, right? They're building up. They're building all these high end. Parking. High end. Like
condos
and stuff, right? So there's no parking anywhere. And like I remember, like I'm sorry, Johnny. It's like I know that everyone always looks back on the past, and they're always like, "Oh, this was the glory days." But the early days of Hollywood, when I was here, we're talking like 99, 98 into the early 2000s, was the best time ever. It was the best time ever.
Well, I mean, you were here during Entourage time, and I think say no more. You know what I mean? I mean, that's it.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, this is where I used to do tweak. I used to like everything. So, I park, right? I park. I have to walk over. I walk over, and it's I don't know if you go down La Brea, you'll see like what it looks like, just a giant bush wall, like a wall with a giant like bush all.
Yeah, it's that weird restaurant.
Yeah.
That's right there. Yeah.
Well, it's a weed restaurant.
A weed restaurant.
Yeah. So that's where I'm performing.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
no shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I walk in, the security's like, hey, when you're at a weed shop, everyone's chill, right? Everybody's chill. Even the security's like, yeah, go on, you're good. I'm like, I'm performing. Like, go in. Like, so I walk in, and it's like good looking black. That's the whole crowd.
Really?
Good looking
No
black.
kidding. I've always wondered what that place was
You
like.
know when you get to that place where like everybody's good looking, that
certain
black
areas,
that's just shiny, good looking.
Absolutely, yeah.
I walk in, that's all that's everywhere. It's like I don't know how to describe.
It's like the children of NBA players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It's like shiny, like it looks like an Instagram life.
Totally,
Like there's
yeah,
like
it's the children
fat
of
ass
NBA
Latinas
players.
in short skirts, hot black chicks.
It's like what Marcus Jordan is up to. You know what I mean? That level of like he's just pulling hot.
It looks like a party at Marcus Jordan's house, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's smoking weed. They're smoked out of their skulls. And so I'm there, and it's so funny because weed crowds could be the best or the worst, right?
I can imagine that.
Right? Because they're so high, they don't know how to react. They're just kind of zoned out. And like they're laughing on the inside, they're not laughing at you. So you're like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I get up, I walk in, Honest John is on stage.
I don't know him.
And he's a comic who's been around for a while. Very much known within the black
Black guys.
circuit,
Yeah,
right?
I think I've
he's
heard
a
of him.
white guy, but he's been playing black rooms forever, right?
Let me see. Hold on. Honest John. I feel like he was on like what was it, like Def Comedy Jam or something?
Yeah,
I
way
feel like.
back in the day.
Yeah, I've seen him somewhere. He's an older guy, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes up. I'm catching the end of
The
his
Apollo.
set.
That's where I saw him.
Yeah.
The Apollo.
I'm catching the end of his set, right? And the energy in the room is just everyone's baked out of their skulls. Right? So it's like there's murmuring.
It's in the food at this place, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
So these
everything.
are people on edibles. Yeah.
They're on everything, dude. And they're hot. There's so many hot black women around. It's like, I loved it. It was just gorgeous blacks everywhere. So he goes up, he does his set. Next comic comes up. I forget what his name is. Super funny guy. But kind of right out of the gate is like, you guys aren't listening. You guys aren't this. And he's so funny, but they're so high. They're so high that it's like they're not listening to material. And his shit's funny as fuck. And he's doing okay, but I don't think he thinks he's doing well. Because, you knew normal. I mean, like, dude, if you go to like, I used to play Chocolate Sundays, right?
Sounds like a cool place. Yeah.
It's the best thing ever. When those people laugh, the structure of the club shakes.
Where was that at?
The Laugh Factory.
Okay. Chocolate Sundays. I like that.
Oh, it's the best.
Oh.
I was on a Chocolate Sundays fucking comedy series.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No,
back when I did black rooms all the time. I used to do it all the time, and then hand to God, you know why I quit? Because they just steal your jokes.
That's great.
Black comics have zero problems with stealing jokes. It's just
something they do.
It's like, yeah, everyone's community writers. So I would crush so hard that when I come back, they would have me closing, and I would just follow my act. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So, anyways, I'm doing the show. The guy going up before me is so fucking funny, and he's just, you can just be like, yeah, you guys are like too hot and shit. And he does well. He ends on a funny ass P Diddy bit. He's super funny. He gets done, and like, I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to go up there and have a good time because I'm sexually attracted to this crowd. But I think they're fucking hot. And there's a chick in the front row. She's so hot. She's dark black. And she's wearing sunglasses at night. So she already has Coke energy, right?
Okay.
And her tits are out.
Nice.
Her tits are out. Like, dude, she has a blouse on, none of it's buttoned, and she's just got these chocolate cans hanging out.
She with a guy?
No, she's with another group of people.
Nice.
And I just start riffing about how hot and high they are. So I go up, hey, man, you guys are great. You're a gorgeous crowd. Dude, you don't understand how much better it is to do stand-up rock hard. And when you're in the moment, they're laughing.
Yeah.
But the minute you go to material, you'll lose them. They
funny.
just can sense it. So I just start roasting the crowd. And this chick in the front, I'm like, who are you, motherfucking Stevie Wonder? Right? She starts laughing, right? I go, are you blind? She goes, no. I go, why do you have your glasses on? Oh, man, because we're smoking weed. I go, you're fucking blind. That's why you're dressed like this. Your friends are like, fuck it. She's blind. She can't see her tits are out. Who gives it? I'm crushing, bro. So then I start getting into my material. And I have this great bit about how everybody's retarded.
Love it, yeah.
Right?
I love it.
And it ends where I call out every ethnic group and call them retards.
Yeah.
So I mix it up a little bit. I go through and I get the black and I'm like, black people, good people. And the place explodes. And I'm like, I'm not stupid. I know where I am. I know who's between me and the door. But I was doing political shit. I was doing Biden shit. I did my joke about fucking taking deuces on fucking Instagram. All of it killed. It was great. Jay Davis was like, dude, you fucking crushed. Nice. I was like, yeah, dude.
Nice, dude.
Hot stone blacks love me, dog.
Do you think you could have gotten there without doing the crowd work?
No. Dude, if you just went into material.
That's cool, man.
If you just went into material, they would fucking crush you. They would just tune you out. It's like you need to be really in the moment right there. Because that's what they're laughing at. It's like when you do like Latino rooms, they really love crowd work. They're not really into like.
What do you think that's about? I've always wondered that.
Because I think like.
Tell me if my instinct is like they are kind of in an older state of comedy, like they haven't kind of evolved yet. Their comedy.
There is a little bit of that, Johnny.
I'm not saying they're somehow unevolved. I'm just saying that. They kind of got to comedy later, and it's not quite caught up to.
Well, it's like if you hear Ari talk about British comedy, he's like, we mop them up because they're still in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel about that.
But Latino crowds are there to laugh. They're not really there to be lectured.
Yeah,
right?
same
difference. And like, people can take this however they want, but if you study movies, right? You study movies. Movies meant for Latinos, right? You study what they are. They're like family-oriented, fat-ass Latinas, dad's getting in trouble, all that kind of shit, right? Stoner movies.
Same with black movies, right? Like Tyler Perry and all that shit.
And then you got white movies, which are like Kill Bill, Twin Peaks, like all this crazy shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And you're like, why? You know, it's just the way it is. It's just.
I just there's something culturally that's just not that we're different.
But it's like I think more and more we're moving the other way to that, which is simpler, funner shit than going into the complex stuff. So like you have to be like,
is that good?
Well, I think a couple things are on. If you have to be a specific comic, like a Jimmy Dore, that people come to hear that stuff. They want to hear what's going on from someone that they trust.
Like Louis Black.
So they go see. Guys, But even Louis Black, if you study Louis Black, and I'm a big Louis Black, he's in that Orny Adams kind of thing where they really get upset about funny little things. And like Orny Adams, I would say Orny Adams, Bill Burr, Louis Black, Sebastian Maniscalco have really honed old man rage.
He went to Carolina, Louis Black, UNC.
But
he hosts the comedy festival there.
Yeah. Right? So it's like different kind of comedy, dude. Keep it simple. I would love to do it, but and I'm working on it really hard, like really hard.
What?
I'm trying to find
more simple stuff,
the more relatable shit, but with my point of view. Like,
well, I will say just.
By the
your
way, my
point of view is always coming through. I mean, I think you just got to find shit in your life because your point. You have such a strong point of view.
It's so funny, dude. So my daughter Ghost was staying over the night. It was her night to stay at our house, and we were gonna have them there, and I took them swimming. So
they're always together with you, right? You said
Ghost and Ninja, but this is specific to her to the first one.
I just wasn't sure.
Ghost, not Ninja. Ghost. So she is very. I always say my daughter's 4, going on a 20-year-old Puerto Rican girl, right? Just sassy with attitude, right? Who has zero problems telling you her opinion.
Where does she get that from, I wonder? Literally everybody in her life.
Brother, my daughter, I'm not lying to you, is going to be the funniest person you ever meet.
I believe it.
Because both of her parents have wit and both cut with a knife. She's gonna hurt people, okay? With her mouth, because she's so fast. So anyways, she's very opinionated. She if she doesn't want to do something, she's not going to do it. And because we don't spank our kids anymore, we're negotiating with them. Okay? We're always negotiating with our kids, and then people get mad at us because we're raising awful people, right? Well, you're like, you won't let me, it's like when I told you about Chuck E. Cheese, and they're all staring at me because I'm disciplining my child, right? If I start just smacking my kid's butt, all those white moms would lose their effing mind.
They call the police, Dude, I told you one of my first welcome to LA moments was just really quickly, walking down the sidewalk or driving down the sidewalk. I saw a mother tying shoes, the kid's crying. Kid slaps that mother in the face hard as fuck, bro. Just slaps the shit out of her. And she looks up at him and then just goes right back to tying his shoes. That's it, man.
Dude, if that was my kid, he wouldn't be able to sit for a week. I'd beat his ass so bad. Dude, when someone hits me, I go, you going to do that again? You going to do that again? Do it again. Find out what. I don't know what it is, Johnny, but counting the 5 scares the shit out of children. I don't know what it is. I go, I'll count to 5. No, she goes, no. I go, I'll count to 5. You want me to count to 5? She's like, no. I'm like, what? She's like, please don't do it. It's like she's about to be brought down the death row. And it's the funniest thing. I have no clue why. I have no clue.
Well, she doesn't know what happens at the end of 5.
But the point is, counting the 5 is as bad as a spanking.
It's the psychologial terrorism.
I'll count to 5. You want me to count to 5?
We should try that with XG.
Okay. I should, because he got Eddie pissed. Anyways, so we want to bathe them. You got to get the chlorine out of your off you and out of your hair
from swimming.
So, no, I don't want to go. You're going in you're taking a bath right now. You have to listen to your dad. No, and she starts screaming so loud. Like screaming loud. I'm like, the neighbors are going to hear us. The neighbors are going to hear this. They already don't like me. I guarantee you they're going to call Child Protective Services. And then I'm like, what's going to happen? They're going to call Child Protective Service. They're going to take my kid. And guess what? I'm going to be so sad until I get the most sleep I've ever gotten in years. I get the most sleep I've ever gotten. And then I just start fantasizing about all the money I'm going to be able to save if the state takes my children. And then I'll be able to save enough money to fake my own death. Okay. And then I started fantasizing about going to Costa Rica and banging fat ass Latinas. Okay. All right. While my kids are a property of the state, I'm going balls deep in fat ass Latinas that don't speak English. And then suddenly I hear a splish splash. And I look into my daughter. Dana got my daughter into the bath. And now my dreams are dead.
It's all over.
My dreams died. My dreams are over. It's ridiculous.
That's hilarious. If you do fake your death, just leave me some kind of symbol.
We already said when the raven flies. When you hear about the raven,
it's going to get like a letter in the mail or something, like a text maybe just says raven.
Yeah, and then Johnny's like, "Listen, I know tinfoil hat will never be the same without Sam."
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do a memorial show for sure.
But we have a new host, and his name is Senor Gomez, and he's going to be joining us via Skype. Via Zoom from Costa Rica.
Tell me, would it look anything like that time Bobby Valentine went into the dugout, got ejected from the game, and then came back in the dugout with just a mustache on? Is that would that be you?
Yeah. I'll wear sombrero. I'll be like Jason Tebow, Sticky Fingers Gonzalez. Look,
this was him right here. Look, this was Bobby Valentine. He got ejected, and just came back in the dugout with the fucking.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just end on this?
Well, and also you have your patriarchy story that I meant to remind you of. So I'll let you choose.
Okay.
The order.
Okay. So I'm just gonna end on and then we'll get into all the stuff you want to talk about at the end.
But am I still holding the patriarchy? Should I hold that?
No, this is it.
Okay.
So it's like. So I don't know if you noticed this, Johnny, but the patriarchy. I keep hearing about the patriarchy. I keep hearing about white privilege, the white patriarchy. I am a white father, okay? And I can get nothing here. And I'm up against just ridiculous shit out there. The Hawk Tui girl, which I have mixed emotions about because I like her as a person. I like her. I hate how she's blown up because it's just stupid.
Yeah, I like her and I hate what she represents.
Yes. And it's just like her, the N-bomb chick, the girl who's singing about, I want a guy 6'5" in finance. That became a stupid song everywhere. And it's just.
You're way more plugged into that. I didn't know either of those last two.
Well, it's on Twitter, and you just see people going off on the fact that these chicks are just blowing up the fame. And now the Hawk Tui girl, and everyone's mad at her.
She's moving to LA, yeah.
Dude. But she just got $30,000 just to judge a bikini contest. I don't hate her for it.
We should get her on Broken Sim.
What is your value? Okay,
$30,000, I guess.
But so we're in really crazy times, right? So I was watching. Have you heard about this? This thing about this gamer who they discovered did gay porn in his past, and it just came out. Will you look it up?
He's like a big time TikToker
yeah,
or
it's
something like that.
Sketch is his name, Sketch, and he plays like video games, and his fans are big.
So he's a gamer?
Gamer. Yeah, there we go. Gamer. And people are.
Okay, I got it here.
Have you seen this?
Popular streamer comes to defense of Twitch star Sketch. Twitch streamer Sketch cries over gay porn leak. Is that must be
yeah?
Right?
And he used to do gay porn.
Wait, how old is this? He looks like he's like 19 or something. That's him.
Yeah, and by the way, it looks like it goes back to my theory that the Downs are rising. This guy's
he looks like that kid from Wisconsin that shot those people. What's his name? During the riots.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, he looks like Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse doesn't look like a Downs. No, I don't think he looks like this guy looks like a gay Downs. Right?
Oh, well, now on that one he does.
Yeah, right, for sure. Yeah. The gay Downs. And now everybody's finding that he did gay porn. And but the crazy thing is how everybody's.
He does look like Downs. Oh, you're right.
Right. But now the thing is everyone's rushing to defend him. And it's just oh my God, so what? What did he did? And it's okay. But he does have a crazy past, right?
Well, his name is Kylie Cox. Kylie.
Yeah.
Cox. I mean,
no,
come on.
Cox is the crazy. I love how you're more shocked by Kylie.
But Kylie's a girl's name, and then Cox.
Well, Ashley's a girl name. You see, like there are no rules anymore.
Yeah. Kylie, but I mean, he didn't even have to change it.
Kylie Cox, and he does gay porn. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah,
what are you fulfilling your destiny here?
His parents did that.
And by Cox, not Cox.
No,
Cox, multiple Cox.
Look who's down in the bottom there on the corner.
Oh God. So, anyways, everyone's defending him, and it's just like crazy to me because I know people who did gay porn back, and they don't want to do it anymore. And I just started seeing like people like, why don't you do it anymore, bro? You should do it some more. And I'm like, because he doesn't want to be in that low vibrational shit. And like this new movement, the kind of mainstream pornography is like really like uncomfortable to watch because you can go on YouTube and there's people who make like videos, montages to dead porn stars. And they list when they died and what they died from. And
where is that exactly? What's the handle?
It's on YouTube. Just put it in dead porn stars.
Thank you. I will. I'll favorite it and follow it. Thank you.
Such a weird thing to get excited about. They're not here anymore. Even though my joke about like the porn I watch is from 2008, most of the chicks I'm beating off to are dead. Right?
That's just fascinating to me that somebody's taking the time to
oh,
cut
they
together.
do. And like one guy's like, I spent 5 hours working on this. I hope you enjoy it. I'm doing it for your entertainment. Okay, autistic guy that will show up at a Walmart thinking he's about to meet a 12-year-old. Gotcha. What was the point of that?
Sketch.
Yeah. So, it's just like people are like, oh my God. And like his ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriend was like, dude, it's like you say crazy things on the internet. I'm like, he didn't say crazy things on the internet. He did gay pornography. Okay. And like the way particularly Hollywood now looks at porn and like this is a guy who has a porn addiction. Okay. And you go to these videos where like you just see like all these girls are dying at under 35 years old. It's suicide or it's drug abuse or murder. And the reason I bring that up is because when you do this low vibrational shit, this is what you bring in.
Yeah.
These girls are built like Vikings, okay? They're built like Vikings.
They're athletes. Yeah.
They should be putting out super soldier kids. They shouldn't be now because their body's built for high-end alphas, the best of the best. And now, because of the energy they put out, those guys don't want you. Nobody wants to nobody wants to make 7 figures and bring home an OnlyFans model.
They're mainstreaming sex work now too, man. I mean, not just pornography, prostitution, literally.
100. And it's so funny because, like, and by so funny, I mean how ridiculous it is. It's not funny because nobody's telling these girls what life is like when you do that.
Yeah, so few old prostitutes and old porn stars. So few.
So few. And it's just like, yeah, for all the ones who make it, and there's a real conspiracy that they lie about how much money these girls make so that it looks like OnlyFans make a lot of money. So these people invest, so these particular girls make a lot, and everyone's like, oh my God, they're so big.
And I think some do, and it just brings up the average so much that because some of them are making like $1 million a month, that it brings up the average. So when they see the average is like $100,000, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah, but it's not even that, Johnny. It's like $100 a month is the average. Okay. Because there's so many girls. If you think about if you have like half the population is women, and you have what percentage of them doing OnlyFans, right? And maybe right now it's 5, but it could go way up, or it could be 3 or 1. That's still a lot of people finger blasting themselves, and that's a saturated market.
Here's the numbers they put out. OnlyFans has 210 million users.
Users or content creators?
Users. Every day, 500,000 people join OnlyFans. Think of that. Every day, 500,000 people join users. OnlyFans has 2.1 million content creators.
Oh, God.
2.1 million. That's like Uruguay has about 3 million people. So there's you're almost at the size of a country.
A Latino country of porn stars.
Many of the top OnlyFans creators, and this is them selling it, like I was just thinking, this is the number I was thinking of when I said that, which is it's like you said, it's deceptive. Many of the top OnlyFans creators make $100,000 per month or more. That's a meaningless statement. Many of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What does that mean?
The average makes $151 per month, and that's what
the
you
average.
Yeah.
So anyways,
the average only has 21 subscribers.
Yeah.
Mostly people they went to high school
and they're
with,
just like doing savagery, right? And I saw the funniest meme. It's like you tried to become an OnlyFans star, 10 people follow you, but now your whole city knows you have pepperoni nipples, right? So anyways, we talked about this before. I've riffed on it before about it's like women can't be kinky enough.
Yeah.
Right? They can't be kinky enough. And you have these women that are like, so like you have these women that are walking around, they're like, look at my horse dildo collection, and they display it proudly. Right? They display it proudly. Right? And then
the butthole now is everywhere. You used to never see the butthole.
You
the
never
butthole
see the
is
butthole.
everywhere now.
It's everywhere. It is now a sexual object. The butthole, which
you would never in porn. They would try so hard to hide that butthole from you in the old
dirty
days.
butthole, and then you're like, dude. Now you see people humping. You're like, you gotta clean your butthole before you fucking do this stuff. Okay, clean your butthole. Clean it up, bleach that shit. You're coming in here with a dirt hole. Nobody wants that, right? All right, it's just ridiculous. So Johnny, it's this new thing. Have you heard this new thing? And this is the end of my rant. Have you heard the new thing, Johnny? Pay pigs? Have you heard about pay pigs?
Yeah, I know about pay pigs. Yeah, I've heard that phrase. It's like financial domination, right?
Well, it's basically like hey, let's just get rid of me having to bone these old guys who we call sugar daddies. Yeah. Let's just get rid of that, and you just give me the money.
Yeah,
for nothing.
Findom, they call it.
Findom, yeah. It's like dude, pay pig.
I just can't imagine being a man who gets off on that. Like that's the worst. Losing money is like the worst thing I can think of.
Dude, the pay pig and the autistic pedophile have the same kind of place on the spectrum. They got to have the same social interaction, social abilities that they. But why a pig? At least with a sugar daddy, there's some sort of authority. A daddy works hard. Daddy pays for everything. You show daddy love by giving daddy love, right? A pay pig, It's not even a pay bear. It's not even a pay jaguar or a pay lion. Yeah. Something that a little respect. Since I'm just, dude, you listen to these chicks. So yeah, we went to this hotel. The pay pig paid for everything, and it's just like. Yeah. You don't understand the world of hurt that is coming to you because your pussy is so powerful right now, but that sun will dim. And you will never get away from your pig past of what you did.
Your pig past.
Like, it's crazy, right? I mean, like, just imagine, like, how narcissistic and psychopath you have to be to take somebody's money for nothing. And just go out and spend it ridiculous. Sick. And to think somehow this is some kind of like feminist movement. It's and the reason I get so upset about it is because you're setting yourself up for your 30s to be absolutely miserable. Because nobody's gonna want to be with the chick who treated men like pay pigs. And how are you supposed to switch your fucking your gear into pay pigs to I love this man, I want to be in a yin-yang relationship. You're never gonna do it. And again, now we get that these chicks who are meant to be with super alphas are now just gonna get with gutter dick.
Settling, yeah.
Not settling.
No, they'll end up settling. They'll end up having to settle.
Well, they'll have no more better options.
So I mean, yeah. Tell me, do you think there are more people who are genuinely excited about Kamala Harris running or female pay pigs? You'll never hear about a female pay pig ever. There's not one woman on this planet who will pay for a guy to have a lifestyle and get 100%, nothing out of it. Never.
100%.
Something about guys that we'll just some of us.
Well, because we think what we think is. If we take good care of them, it fits into our provide, like the 3 P's: provide, procreate, protect. Yeah. Like we like to provide, and we think if we provide you, because this relationship shit is brand new. It was either you were a married wife or you were a low-rung street brothel hooker.
Yeah, a wench.
A wench, which is my whole thing. Like, I don't know why women hate cunts. You should hate the word wench. Wench is like cunt times 1,000. A cunt is that you're in a bad mood. A wench is a lifestyle. All right, Johnny, do
great
your
word.
thing.
Cunt is a great word.
Oh, that went too long, that rant.
Pay pig. That's
Pay pig. Pay pigs, dude. That's so crazy to me that people think that that's acceptable. Suck a dick.
Yeah, no, you're right though. These are people that are all in for a rude awakening.
It's just sad because they're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful.
It's the ultimate social credit.
And they could have a beautiful life of happiness. Like it just goes down to this operation, this Agenda 25 that's so obvious a psyop.
I think that's fake. Yeah, I
It's
think 100.
That's totally fake, it's just there to make, and it could even be done by operatives on the right to fuel the left into the divide.
Maybe,
right?
Yeah.
So, and it's just like make people bring back the nuclear family, have women have children, and they act like it is prison, and they don't talk to the childless woman in her 40s that the phone stops ringing for everybody.
Yeah, who has to go back to work or I mean, like take 2 jobs.
Listen to old people talk, ladies. I want you to listen to old people talk. I mean, we're talking like 80-year-olds, and you ask them what's their biggest regret. They work too much, and you think that is like the highest nirvana of having a good job. It's misery. It's why men die early, because we have to work at a soulless job. And it's just ridiculous. Okay, Johnny, do your stuff.
All right, speaking of dumb takes, Matt Walsh, who's just become a master of bad takes, and he's a guy I had some respect for.
I used to like him, and now it's just clickbait stupid.
Here's what he tweeted this week. George Carlin is easily the most overrated stand-up comedian of all time. He never really challenged mainstream culture.
What are you talking about?
Just packaged a bunch of pretty standard liberal rants and complaints with swear words so people would think he was edgy. Most of his later stuff, in particular, is cringe as hell. So there's that word cringe, which I hate.
And Matt Walsh is part of this manosphere that is being just annihilated right now. They're being what's the word I'm looking for? They're being exposed for being full of shit.
Yes.
Like Matt Walsh is really powerful. Anybody at the Daily Wire is really powerful arguing against blue-haired college students, right?
Yeah.
You could just light them up all day, right? But when it comes to talking to adults, they got nothing. Now, Matt Walsh is probably the best out of all of them. And like there are times I like what Matt Walsh is saying, but then he just goes on to say retard shit about like landing on the moon and like how Matt Walsh, who's supposed to be this logical creature, can come up with why we don't have the technology of the past.
Oh, is he one of those people?
Yeah, he's like, we just lost the technology. We've never. And then he brings up, what was that? The Concorde that was really fast, and it's like. Dude, they could totally do that. They choose not to because they don't want us getting around the world in an hour. They want to make us miserable, you dumbass. Like, so then this thing about Carlin, dude, the 7 deadly words. How's that liberal?
No, well, and then he's talking about late Carlin too. This was late Carlin. This was Carlin when he couldn't even stand up straight. I just want to play just a little bit of this. You want to say late Carlin was terrible.
On that, on what he's saying right now, is like you can contribute the drop in IQ to the amount of useless knowledge that's out there that he never had to have before. Like we were used to go to 1 news hour a day plus the newspaper, and that was it. And our minds could focus.
Well, keep in mind he's talking from before this. And TikTok didn't exist.
I have a real argument on like who's better in terms of best overall career, Dave Chappelle or George Carlin. I think those are the real two arguments for how long they went, how long their careers were.
Chappelle, I mean, when he gets to be 63, I think, which Carlin died young, really. I mean, he looked old, but he wasn't that old toward the end.
How old was he? 63?
No, I mean, he was. Hold on. When he was 63, he looked bad. Hold on. How old was he? He was only 71 when he died.
Oh, dude, yeah, that looks 80.
Yeah, I mean, he was.
Yeah,
and that wasn't even 71 right there. That was before that.
Yeah. So my whole point is because he lived hard. He was a drug addict.
Oh yeah, I mean, his heart was shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I think Chappelle will be where he is at that age. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean, like bringing the heat like that?
I feel that Chappelle is I don't think Chappelle's later stuff is as good as his earlier stuff. He does have his great bits here and there.
Well, he doesn't seem to be working it out as much as he used to.
Well, the
right?
problem
He's just going
is
right to
like
stage
the
with it.
white-black thing is so done that people are just
obsessed with
kind
that.
of, well, because it's from his, even though Dave Chappelle isn't that old, there's a big problem with a lot of these comics that their political views are calcified. Instead of constantly growing with the times, as more and more information comes out, that more like and you hear him say about Trump, but it's like Trump's just a better liar or whatever it was. Like he'll just lie to your face, but it's like both sides suck. If you can't say that, you're from a different time.
Like this guy that commented on our Broken Sim, the last one, saying that we're both conservatives that never make fun of the right, the Republicans.
Dude, you're so crazy,
what are you talking
bro.
about, dude?
You're so crazy. I will tell you that it's not as obvious because the left is shitting on Trump all the time that I don't feel it's as necessary.
They're in power too. I mean, he's the president.
So I go off on Camel Toe Harris and because the left won't do it. They're only doing it now because it is orchestrated to take down Biden.
Right, exactly.
Like Saturday Night Live has missed all these golden opportunities to light this administration up. Okay? But I've called out Trump all the fucking time. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'll play the rest of this. This is his famous bit where he gets into about it's a big club and you ain't in it. You know, I'll play this at the end. It's like 4 minutes. So, if you want to just stay till the end, you can hear that. Let's see what we got here. This is the news now. So yeah, Matt Walsh, that stupid take.
Yeah, it's just a dumb take, and it's the Daily Wire clickbait. And it's like occasionally you want to piss off your base, so they click the thing. I just think it's stupid.
Did you see this? This is wonderful. Hold on, let me play. Why is this?
There was this one guy, he asked me if I'd put my whole hand up his ass, and I told him to jog on. Like, fuck off. No. No. If I can't put a Johnny on it or protect myself, then no, I'm not doing it. So then he come back about 4 weeks later with a cucumber, and it was like that long, and it was like that fat. And he put a Johnny on it, and he said, I want you to put it up my ass. So I said, all right then, and I got 50 quid for it though. So I just put the end bit up, and he's going, no, I want you to ram it up all the way. And he took the whole cucumber. And then I said to him, do you want me to throw it? And he put it in his shopping bag and said no, he was taking it home to his wife for tea. So his wife had had a cucumber for a tea that had been up his ass.
That meme is Americans. English people are so posh. English people, and then I just thought hearing that come out of an English accent is just like the funniest thing.
It's so crazy, right? It's so crazy how like. It's my whole thing about the demonization of sexuality, and it's why the right will always lose eventually because they just can't go, fine, I don't care what you do with consenting adults, leave it. I just don't want to hear about it, right? If they would just take that stance,
yeah,
they would win the country. But no, it's gotta be like we gotta follow the rules of the religion and the men and the women and you don't have sex. Like you lose everybody. No. Like you gotta pick your battles,
or
man.
even just don't talk about that. That would be fine. And just let's say, hey, you know what? That's what you do. Live your life.
I don't care what consenting adults do. I just don't. I'm never going to demonize that shit. And you could sit there and talk about, you can try to convince yourself that gays have destroyed marriage when it's the courts that have destroyed marriage. It's making divorce.
The gays have nothing to do with marriage.
Yeah. You hear it all the time. Dude, as soon as we let them get married, marriage went to shit. Doesn't have anything to do with it. Has everything to do with the courts have been incentivized. Have you heard this thing? Someone's on Tim Pool.
Oh, no.
Sorry. He was talking about how like the Texas court system actually rewards judges for like child support.
For giving out child support?
For making child support happen. It incentivizes breaking up families.
It's unbelievable.
Right? That destroys marriage.
I don't even know how you argue in favor. Like, what's the
Men
fake
don't want to
argument
get married because they don't want to lose everything.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like there's this great video out there
scary,
where they show like this woman begging to get married, begging. It's a drawing, right? She's begging to get married. She's begging to have kids. They have kids. He gets a job. He's working all the time. She's like, you're not paying any attention to me. She's talking to her friends. He never listens to me. And they're like, her friends like, you deserve better. You're a great person. He should be showing you love. And then like this woman's getting like Instagram message. Oh, you're so hot. You're so good looking. And then she's like, I'm married. And then it's like, okay, we can have coffee. Next thing you know, the guy's humping her. And then because it was like every Jerry Springer episode was.
The guy's working, yeah.
Yeah, you don't show me any attention because I'm working, right?
Tired when you get
and then
home.
the guy gets kicked out, and then the dude humping the wife gets to move into the new house.
And then he gets
And
bored.
guys don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
That's why if you're married and you have a house, you should have an agreement that if you get divorced, it has to be sold and you each get half.
Yeah, that's just a hard thing to talk about when you're in that lovey-dovey state of about to get married, to sit down and think about the breaking up of the marriage.
There's a couple things that should be, by law, part of marriage.
That's a way to do it. Yeah.
Okay, by law, prenup, and when a kid is born, there should be a DNA test. It should be and there are states that are doing that now.
Good.
Because there's one guy that said he worked a DNA test. He said 40% of kids aren't even the dad's kids.
40%.
40%.
Dude,
and that's how you know. That's again, going back that there's a patriarchy, right?
Yeah,
the patriarchy. Then how come we don't have DNA tests for children? If men had the call, that'd be no. As soon as that kid comes out, swab that shit. Swab it.
Dude, I was on Facebook the other day, and the community I'm from is like half black, maybe a little more than that. And one of my old friends from high school posted this picture and said, "Man, that ain't Doc." And it's this statue of MLK in Montgomery, Alabama. Look at what this looks like. It's supposed to be MLK, dude. Look at that, especially on the right, dude. Look at that.
I mean, not even close.
What the fuck, dude? It doesn't look like him at all. I mean, shouldn't you go to the people buying it? Shouldn't you be like when I get a flyer done, right? Before it's done, they go, "Do you like this?" And then somebody would go, "No, that doesn't look like him." It's more like Sam Jackson or something.
That looks like if they did a black version of the Munsters, that looks like he would be the dad of the Munsters, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I thought that just made me laugh. It was my friend just saying, "That ain't Doc."
And then wasn't there something that basically where they did something for like MLK and it looked like somebody was holding up a giant dick?
It was not. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Hold on. MLK penis statue. I think it was like a. Yeah, there it is, right there. Look at that. It was like a hand holding up a giant.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be him.
And his wife hugging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it looks like a heart there. And it's just like, dude, he's just holding a giant sausage, which makes me think MLK was hung like a horse. Wouldn't that be the best story ever?
Well, dude, we had...
Can you Google if anyone knows if MLK had a big dick or not?
I met a guy who would know. He came and spoke in my college class, who he was like very good friends with MLK. He worked with him. And he came in and, these liberal girls that I'm in this class with, a journalism class, are expecting to hear these nice stories about MLK. And this guy spent 15 minutes talking about how this dude used to fuck, bro. I mean, just fucking his secretary, fucking any girl that would come in with, he would step out, like in the old-fashioned traditional sense of like taking them out to dinner. The wife didn't ask any questions. I thought that was really funny. I can't remember the guy's name now, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude?
Fucked.
We get into there's it's just this whole thing I have to say, and maybe this goes against my rant that I just did earlier, but we demonize gold diggers, and then and I don't think Pay Pig is a gold digger. Is it? Because isn't a gold digger where you only want to date men with money?
Yeah. I guess it's more honest than being a gold digger, right?
What? Being give me the money,
yeah,
Pay Pig?
I guess so.
So do you respect Pay Pig lovers more than gold diggers?
Pay diggers or gold diggers? Pay pig diggers or...
Pay pig.
We just got to be real careful with those words.
Don't say that. All right, go on. Next story.
So Chris Cuomo has has gone even more stupid. Hold on.
Along those lines, I just want
to. I gotta find. This guy had the clip here, and this was the only place I could find the clip. So let me.
Thank you.
If you disagree, you're a bad person. I don't believe that. I think there are a lot of people who are partially right, partially wrong. Okay, were the mandates on the vaccines necessary? No, not to the extent and the degree they were done. I also didn't put them into place. And I also don't apologize for saying, hey, look, you don't want to take it, fine, but you can't be expecting that you're going to get access to the same things in society when you know what the rules are. Now, that's
crazy.
A separate issue from whether or not.
What is he talking about?
What he's trying to do is be like, yeah, I was wrong, but I don't care.
That's exactly what he's trying to get off the hook.
Yeah, he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard.
He's on steroids.
To try to get back in to society's good graces.
No, Chris,
you're done. You sold your soul and the country who trusted you at the time for cash and power. And you're gone. Your brother's gone. You destroyed your father's legacy and you're done. And I'm sorry, dude. Go enjoy your life. Stop begging us to accept you back. Because you lied to us. You told us straight into the camera and said it was illegal to read the WikiLeaks shit, and it's not.
Scumbag.
You were a bootlicker, a brown shirt. Okay?
Listen, he gets honest here, though. I respect him for this part that's coming up here.
Those were the right rules. I don't make the rules. I was just saying, if you really think you're going to not get vaccinated but be able to go to work, you're making a stupid decision. If you think your kids are going to be able to go to school, you're making a stupid decision.
Yeah, but dumbass. The rule is dumb, okay? It's like that famous meme that is basically like, just because something's illegal doesn't mean it's wrong. And just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right, okay? Kids should not have to be vaccinated to go to school. That should be a parent's decision. Okay? And if your kid is vaccinated, you shouldn't be scared of anything.
My body, my choice, except for the vaccine and your children.
By saying vaccine mandates, you are saying you don't believe in vaccines. Okay? Because if you believed in vaccines, you wouldn't give a fuck what anybody else has.
Because you're protected, Of course.
This guy is tanning. He's stupid.
He's on roids, clearly.
You're roided out.
His neck is so thick.
It looks like he's. I bet his time at
you think it's winding
Value
down?
Tape is coming to an end.
Just get to where he starts.
It's a different discussion, okay? And the idea that I was bought off by Big Pharma, please, I wish. I'd be happy to do business with Big Pharma. I think they do tremendous.
Dude, stop.
And
You
good.
just lost everything.
There it is.
You just lost it all right there.
That's it.
You literally just told us you would sell out. You're telling us you didn't sell out, and you said you would sell out.
No.
But we all think you sold out, but you said you would sell out. Get out of here, dude. You don't even know what you're saying. Your ego is so bad. Let it die, you dumbass.
Look at his face, man. He's just all swollen and puffy. He's living hard.
I don't know how these people interview them. I really don't.
I would love to get you in a room with that guy.
No, I'm not like Rogan. I'm not like these guys.
That's why I'd love to get you in a room with him.
I can't sit with these dudes.
All right, what do we have here? Okay. So I wanted to show you this. So you have this take on these NASA astronauts having the same names and how unlikely that is.
Yeah.
I found this video, and I just thought it was relevant, and I wanted you to...
I've seen this, dude. I've seen this.
Okay, well, we're going to play it.
Same name, same height, same hair color, but they had never met before. This guy on the left here was born in Severn, Maryland. He's 6'4", has red hair, and wears black glasses. He's a minor league pitcher, and his name is Brady Feigl. As for the guy on the right, his name is also Brady Feigl. He's also 6'4". He also has red hair and wears black glasses, and he is also a minor league pitcher.
Right.
But he was born in Chesterfield, Missouri. Before 2018, they had never met one another. Are they twins? Are they related? Were they separated at birth? The two doppelgangers in the crew at Inside Edition put it to the test.
A DNA test.
It says I'm 53% Germanic Europe.
Stop.
Are you?
No.
I got 2%. I got 10.
Are you Italian at all?
No Italian.
So as it turns out, they're not twins. They're not even related. They just share the same name, occupation, position, height, and similar appearance. What are the odds?
So here's the issue, Johnny. the difference between this is that like two of the guys say that they're the twins of the guys, even though there's no records of twins at all.
I'm just saying, there are a lot of people in the world. Things happen. Weird shit happens.
And what you're saying, Johnny, is they found two baseball players in different fucking baseball leagues. What you're saying
professional
is this happened,
professional baseball players.
You're
with
saying
the same name, the exact
happened,
same name.
But what you're saying, but Johnny,
same height.
Johnny, if you're going to equate that, that would have to happen 4 to 5 more times.
I'm sure
in
it has
baseball.
somewhere.
In baseball, you would have to find 4 or 5, not just Johnny, not just people with the same thing, but within a group.
No. Some of those people
I
like
gotta
that,
go, Johnny.
like that professor.
Okay,
that guy
go
has
next one.
nothing to
I
do with
disagree.
NASA, though. That
I disagree
professor,
with this.
What does that professor have to do with NASA?
All right, dude, I'm trying to find this guy that we'll talk about. I'd love to have you
tell
on.
me, that professor that they went and found, what does he have to do with NASA? You have to find one person in NASA and then anybody else
Johnny,
in the entire
but what I'm
United
saying
States.
is within that group that got on that plane, okay?
Yes.
On that shuttle.
Yeah, but
You're
the
gonna
people
have
they're
to
talking
say-
about, they're saying one of them is connected to this professor who has nothing to do.
Okay.
He's not connected to the
Okay.
NASA at all.
Can we please
Anyway,
move on?
Thought that was it. I almost tagged you in that.
Okay.
because-
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Well, now you've seen it again, and I think it's an excellent example of large numbers as it applies to coincidence.
Okay. Johnny,
Ellen DeGeneres says she's done after her stand-up tour.
I don't even want to talk about
the
this
last
chick.
time you're gonna see me. She
Yeah,
says.
I can't stand her. She just everything about her is a fraud. Okay.
Bye, Ellen. Good riddance.
You're
I
a
say.
fraud.
Do you
Okay?
believe her though? That was what I was going to ask you. Do you believe that we'll never see her again?
I think the thing about her is that her brand is so dead from her being not only not being just a cunt on set, but throwing everybody around her under the bus. And then it turns out she's a CIA. She works with the CIA. Her brand, she can't get anything going. They tried to do something with her. It didn't go well. She got murked. Like the fact that Tom Hanks works at all is hilarious.
Dude, he's in this big new movie where it's mostly like deep fake AI. It's him as a young man all the way to old age. It's kind of I talked about it on Cash Days, but it's the future of film. I think it's where they're going to take actors, even maybe dead actors, and just throw them in the movies, and have them their faces
and
on.
then their families just cash checks.
Exactly, yeah. And I think Hanks is going to be one of the first of this, of course, because of the person he is. He's going to be one of the first people to kind of experiment with it. This movie is going to be huge, though. It's called Here. You're going to hear about it everywhere. I can tell by the way they're marketing it. By the way, I saw this movie called Thelma. It stars this 93-year-old woman. It's based on a true story about this old woman that gets scammed and then goes to try to find the scammers. It's so good, dude. I highly recommend it if you're listening at home or if you're Sam
What's the
Tripoli.
name of it?
Thelma. It's just called Thelma.
And it's on what?
It's in the theaters right now. It'll be out soon. So we hear sometimes about, like soccer, right? You heard of it, soccer?
I've heard about it.
So these fat cats that run it are similar to the guys in boxing, the guys that run the boxing organizations. They just cash checks. They're corrupt. So they were Copa America's going on. It's the South American Championship. They're hosting it in North America, though. Go figure. So the Argentine Football Association president, it was really hot in Charlotte. And this motherfucker has his own private sweat wiper that just follows him around and sits behind him at sporting events and wipes the sweat from the back of his head and off his hair. Isn't that weird?
It's so gross. And it's just, I bet you that guy's a pay pig.
How spoiled do you have to be, dude? You can't even wipe your own sweat.
Can the guy
off
even
your
play?
head.
Is he known for playing back in the day?
Let me see. Cheeky Tapia is his name. Okay, his nickname is Cheeky. His first name is Claudio, really. He was born in Concepcion, San Juan province. He played at Independiente's youth division. It sounds like he was not a great player. No, he was just a lower level player. But yeah, that nothing. You'll never find a better image that shows kind of how elite those people in FIFA and these soccer organizations are than that. A guy having like old timey royalty, like he's Caesar or something. Having people fanning him with leaves. Just disgusting to me. So there have been. I've gotten back into card trading, like baseball cards.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see this story, dude? out of Dallas. So earlier this year in, I think, Ohio, this guy had like $2.5 million in cards stolen from a hotel. And then this just happened in Dallas.
The owner of valuable baseball cards stolen from a trade show in Allen is now offering a $70,000 reward for their return or information that leads to their return. He says the collection the suspects walked away with is worth nearly $2 million.
Okay, why did you tell everybody that?
Police have learned
so why would I return them for
video.
your like $70,000?
Whoa, they're not trying to get them to. They're trying to because they're going to have problems now moving these cards because these cards are so rare. That like if somebody comes across one of these cards, they're gonna be like, and the way they're okay. So you get a card graded by something called like PSA, and there are different services, but PSA is the big one. And then they'll have a serial number on it, and it'll be trapped in this plastic kind of container.
Yeah.
And if you want to sell it, you'll have to break it out of this plastic container. But most people are gonna know, like if this rare card pops up anytime in the next year or two. It might be from this heist.
Johnny, are you hoping to get it?
No. But watch. I just want to show you the video of the
Baseball
theft.
cards
It was really well coordinated.
Oh, Jackie Robinson, Babe.
Look at some of the prices on these, dude. That's a Babe Ruth card, $5,000, $5,000, $3,800, $12,000. This card from '63 here, $10K down here, and you see they're in these plastic. They call them slabs. These containers that they're in.
And other Hall of Fame players.
It would surprise you how expensive some of these cards are selling for.
All part of a valuable collection stolen from the Dallas Card Show.
We're aggressively investigating this incident.
Does this seem like a guy who's really on top of it, by the way?
It sucks.
This guy does not seem like he's on top of things.
We're using technology, fingerprints, facial.
We're using technology.
We're using AI to catch this guy.
We're using fingerprints. Something that's been around for 100 years.
We're using bloodhounds to sniff these out.
Here's the video of it. It was in a Marriott. There's the Marriott right there. Watch. So what they did was
on the last day of
they went and while these guys were shutting down their booth, these guys went and talked. They had somebody talking to both of the guys that were there, and then this other guy just comes behind them and just grabs it and walks off with $2 million. Watch
Bent, the dealer who owns the cards, says 3 men purposefully distracted his 3 employees while another man swiped this case from behind their booth. Inside, nearly $2 million.
And this guy had been in the back pretending to fold up chairs and stack them for 30 minutes before this, they said, and then so he wouldn't be noticed, and then he just walked off with it.
Dollars worth of cards.
Based on the surveillance footage we've seen, it seems like this was a premeditated crime.
Yeah, no shit, baby.
Thank you. Deep dive.
Yeah, really great analysis there. But isn't that fascinating, dude? I mean, baseball cards now just through the roof. It started after the pandemic, apparently. People got so bored that a lot of guys that grew up with baseball cards like me kind of came back to the hobby. And, so you're going to love this. Here you go, Sam. This is for you. This is my gift to you this week.
All right, final.
Look, he fucking nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my god.
This guy jizzed on this chick in a store. What a piece of shit.
I walked in on that's why the Louis C.K. story just makes me laugh, because I walked in the library on a black guy beating his meat in the middle of the library, and I just was like, that guy loves history, and I ran off, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times around L.A., just homeless people jerking it. Random places.
Dude, I've yelled at people. I go, hey, dude.
Like,
I go,
keep
hey,
it up, buddy.
I get it. You got a 10-inch dick. Congratulations on that.
They all have huge dicks.
They all put it the fuck away.
Yeah, anyway,
I feel bad for this chick.
Oh, of course. She's not happy. I mean, he nutted on her leg,
dude,
like she said.
Who wants to get nutted on?
Nobody. I think
who wants to get nutted
his
on?
sick pleasure. So we're looking for it. Was at the dollar store.
No, he turned himself in.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fabulous. All right. And that credit to Eric Turner for recommending that to Broken City.
Yeah, dude.
All right. We're going to speed round now. Okay, so here, we've talked about how the government is intentionally trying to move us toward an electric car future.
Yeah.
Well, this story is fascinating to me. So this place called Wymore, Nebraska, right? They had their school only had one bus. It was broken down. So they went to the federal government, and the federal government said, yeah, we'll give you a new school bus. It's got to be electric, though. And so they were like, all right, free school bus. And then it turns out, you know what they make them do? They make them take the old engine out of the bus, which was working, it was just old bus, and go to a special place where they take a drill that goes right through the engine block and destroys the whole thing, so it can never be used again. None of the parts can be recycled, which is, environmentally friendly recycling.
Yeah, Johnny.
That's real life conspiracy.
No,
right
100%,
there, bro.
Johnny. In Berkeley right now, Berkeley is giving away business.
You said this. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Business
grants, like loans.
No, like when they give you could. Permits, business permits to anybody for anything as long as they agree to get rid of the parking. So there's nowhere for people to park.
That's what they want, man. They want no drivers and then people staying in at home.
I'm going to cry.
So this guy in LA stole a Rolex at gunpoint.
Oh.
The DA gave him no prison time. And now he's accused of killing a tourist at a mall, trying to commit the same crime, trying to steal somebody's watch. He ran over a guy's wife while trying to steal the watch and killed her, a tourist, because he wasn't in jail.
Yeah.
Gunpoint, stealing a Rolex from somebody. Didn't get any
Pressure
jail
from
time.
above.
Not a day.
Pressure from below.
Not a day, dude. They're just destroying
Pressure
this place
from
right
above.
Here,
pressure from below.
you should do some rhymes on that, dude. I think you could do a good job.
Pressure from above, pressure from below. What you gonna know? You're just gonna be a hoe.
Elon's really been pushing voter ID. Huma Abedin, congratulations. She has become engaged to Alex Soros.
Oh yeah,
recognize those names.
We're just so
there she
weird.
is right there, the beautiful Huma Abedin, the son of billionaire, George Soros. Forgive me, George, for dead naming you.
Next story.
Yeah, so congratulations to them. They published this beautiful photo. That's just what we needed. More.
I'm so over all these people.
More liberals.
I'm so over this guy. Like, dude, it's just like, dude, could you be more of a handler? You're just brought in to handle people.
Oh, her? Yeah,
and
of course,
dude, they're just like, she's like the Andy Dick of females. Like, she'll hit anything.
Yeah, any liberal billionaire.
She doesn't give a shit whether you got a crusty pussy like Hillary Clinton or just any like this Soros guy. Like, she'll strap it on and wreck a hole.
Maybe she's the one with the power.
I wonder if she just be like, there's no need to throw this out. She just got her strap on and she's just wrecking.
Does this guy look more like Vince Young or that statue look more like MLK? So this woman, she's at a Pro-Am golf tournament here.
Yeah.
So many amateurs and celebs in the field
this
week. Vince Young playing this week, and he is down with Lauren.
Vince Young here.
Played 6 seasons in the NFL, arguably one of the best NCAA quarterbacks of all time at Texas. Picked up golf about 4 years ago. What's the biggest shift you make going from the ultimate team sport
things that
to now
guys
the
will
ultimate
put up for
individual sport?
ass.
Now, I apologize. You have the wrong person. I'm Everett Sands over Citadel, which I'm a football coach.
I mean, look how tall he is. He's like 5'6" or something.
But go back to that picture they
the great
show.
thing about golf is I'm not only competing against myself, but I'm competing against everybody else.
Dude, this is the whole thing. She's just like, oh my God, my career is over.
I can't tell black people apart.
My career is over. Oh my God.
She just plows right ahead though, dude.
She's just like, okay. She's like, what she should do right there is like, do you want me to Hawk Tuohy on it? That's their only hope right there is a Hawk Tuohy on that.
If you're listening at home, it is a
By the
guy
way,
who looks nothing like Vince Young.
Is this guy not the classiest dude ever?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Is there nothing classier than a guy?
He could have destroyed her.
He's like, you had the wrong person. I've been like,
do you think he's that way if it's a white dude? What do you think? It's just a guy.
Oh, are you going like his like? I might be able to work this into some pussy.
Maybe. It was 118 degrees in Vegas while I was there, and these morons were all at the pool just swimming in knee-deep piss water for hours, all day, listening to music. It was really annoying. You sent me this. This is fucking brilliant. So funny.
Oh, I have a question for you. Why are you asking me those questions?
Oh, I love this. This is the best.
So this is a guy doing man on the street
Yeah,
stuff
he's
with people
so good.
at Pride.
Yeah.
And he's come up to what is pretty clearly a black woman by birth in a dress, a rainbow dress.
Wait, what are you doing?
Could we find one other thing slightly related?
All right, Dave, I don't need you.
Looking down. Look up.
Beautiful trans woman out here. Tell us about your transition, how it
Can I
went.
hold this, please?
No.
So I have a question for you. Why are you asking me those questions?
We're
Wait, what are you doing?
We're interviewing people at Pride.
Okay.
Like we're interviewing like trans women and stuff like that.
I'm not a trans woman. I'm a.
Oh no, we're fully supportive. Fully supportive.
So
we
well
just want to
played.
like talk about like the transitions, like the various challenges we've had.
I am not offended or nothing like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So ask me about a question.
Do you want to talk about sort of transitioning or anything like that, or like what people
I never transitioned because I was born a woman.
No, of course you're a woman. Of course.
I was born a woman.
Yeah.
Does it make it?
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm not here challenging that at all. We're like out here.
Great boobs, by the way.
The thing is like being proud and it's like supporting.
Trans woman any less of a woman?
No, you are a woman. That's what I'm saying.
No. Does it make a trans woman any less of a woman?
No, you are 100% a woman.
Is a trans woman any less?
No, 100%. All women are women. Trans women, all women, and like I think you are as much of a woman as any other.
You see Tom Brady's twin Tom Brady's
I
slipping by.
I love the guys who both want to get fucked by Tom Brady in the back. They're both like, he touched you first. I
support them and I love them.
Okay.
Like that's why we're interviewing them. We're showcasing them. And
Well, you haven't interviewed one yet because I'm not a trans woman.
Okay. Is there another definition that people like to use, or? I don't mean to be.
I was born a woman. I was born with female genitals.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I got it. Sorry, I got it.
Misconstrued?
Yeah, I got confused because I didn't.
You thought I was a man when I was born? You thought I was born with male genitals?
I think you're a woman.
I thought you were. No, I think that
what did you think?
trans women are real women.
They are.
Yeah.
But what did you think I was born with?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
think she wants to bang, by the way.
Oh, you do? Really?
Yeah,
You're
I
getting
think
that?
that's why she's staying in it.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, that was brilliant.
That was the funniest thing I've ever
Yeah, I
seen.
thought we'd end on that. That was really funny.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Pigapalooza.
That's great.
Pigapalooza,
That's
bro.
improv right there, baby.
All right, I gotta go. Bye, guys. Hey, come see me. Come see me this week in Kansas City at one of my favorite comedy clubs, the Comedy Club of Kansas City. Come see me. Come get weird.